I kind of knew because there was never a sequence that I had to film where I was disintegrating.
Oh, okay.
That was a small tip-off. But yeah, I was really excited to survive for the next movie.
If I was in charge of the movie, I would have had every actor film the disintegrating scene.
That's very smart to avoid spoilers.
It's not even that smart, really. Like, I stand there and go, oh, no, this is terrible, you know.
Oh, you would have been so good at that.
Yeah, I know, I would have. Gosh, I wish, can you get me in the next one? Or
I'll make some calls.
It's already done, right? We
could probably make it happen.
It's in the can.
Time travel.
Do you have anyone in your life with whom you share the secrets of the, the spoilers and that sort of thing that you're not?
No, I do not. And that is because I've been trained up not to give away any spoilers because my mother is always trying to get them out of me.
She is?
Yeah, and she's become so sneaky with it. She'll be like, oh, like, how's work going? Are you eating properly? Do you kill Thanos? But I'm like, you're not getting me with that. Absolutely not, Marie.
Yeah, I know, I would have. Gosh, I wish, can you get me in the next one? Or
I'll make some calls.
It's already done, right?
We could probably make it happen.
It's in the can.
Time travel.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers 4. So the closer we get to the release of the actual Avengers 4, the more cast members of Avengers 4 that will be doing interviews to promote the up-and-coming movie, which is Avengers 4. Like it needs any promoting. Let's be honest, guys, after Avengers Infinity War ending, everyone wants to watch the penultimate ending of what is a two-part series, being Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. So, we are getting the Avengers 4 trailer, we are led to believe by very reliable sources, tomorrow morning, roughly 2 p.m. GMT time. Not sure about American time. I think it's 9 a.m. Eastern time. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel and DC based videos we do all week. We're also running a competition on this channel. We do them quite regular if you're new here. Probably every 2 weeks we do one for either the Avengers Infinity War Blu-ray or the Ant-Man and the Wasp or Deadpool Super Duper 2. So, by the title, you know what this video is about. It's about Nebula. Nebula, the child of Thanos, was recently on Jimmy Kimmel, aka Kieran Gillan. She wasn't there to promote Avengers 4. She was there actually to promote her own project where she was behind the camera, she directed it, she written it, and I believe the movie or project is called The Parties Just Begin. But obviously, as she is one of the stars of Avengers 4 and she will be prominent in Avengers 4, if it does follow a similar storyline to what happened during the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, that some of Infinity War was kind of part of that. So we are led to believe that Nebula is going to play a massive part. She ended Infinity War on Titan with my boy Iron Man. So, speaking about Nebula, she didn't die during Avengers Infinity War, and she had this to say: I kind of knew she wasn't going to die because I didn't have to film a sequence where Nebula was one of the only heroes to survive her adopted father's mass destruction of the universe. And while the Russo brothers filmed fake scenes to keep spoilers at bay, Kieran always knew her character was going to survive. She told Jimmy, I kind of knew she was going to survive because there was never a sequence I had to film where she was pretty much killed. And Jimmy Kimmel was like, well, they should have done that to everyone. And yeah, they should have got everyone to do the death scene and kind of dust so no spoilers got out. But I guess it cost money and time. So let's get into it. So this is a very interesting story. So Jimmy went on to say, do you have anyone in your life that you share these plot secrets and spoilers with? She responded, no, I do not. And that is because I've been trained not to give spoilers away because my mother is always trying to get them out of me. She's become so sneaky with it. She would say stuff like, how's work going? Are you eating properly? Did you kill Thanos? Which is funny because she is in the comic books very prominent to the actual storyline of the defeat of Thanos. And she's like, but I'm like, you're not getting it out of me that way. Absolutely not, Maria. I presume that's her name. So this is where we get into kind of spoiler territory. Jimmy was begging the 31-year-old for a role in Avengers 4. But as we know, principal photography has finished and also they've finished the reshoots. But what she had to say next was interesting. We could probably make it happen. Time travel. So time travel exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're betting that it is how our heroes, who were dusted in Thanos' snap, come back to life. I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I think it's going to have more to do with the Soul Stone. So let's kind of go on tangent and come back. So if you remember when Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym from Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man, previously revealed the massive spoiler that the quantum realm plays a huge role in the eagerly anticipated blockbuster, with the dominated theory being that history will be rewritten by going back in time to change the path of the snap. But let's be honest, guys, it's not really a spoiler, is it? We had Mark Ruffalo coming on the very same show going, get filtered, then apparently the title is The Last Avenger, or Last Avenger. But we have had it confirmed the title actually isn't Annihilation. So guys and girls, please don't think that. So let's get into it. We could probably make it happen, time travel. So let's talk about time travel. So we know the Time Stone is already within the MCU. Doctor Strange had it. He gave it to Thanos to save Tony Stark's life. But this doesn't really confirm time travel. So what exactly is time travel? It's when you travel through time into the past or future. I think she said it to try and hide the fact that it's not about time travel, but it is. It's about multiverse travel and time travel, because they quite simply go to a multiverse world and take the stones from there. But then we have the dilemma, the paradox, which stones from another universe work in our universe? Well, we're not going to know that, but there is a popular theory that Doctor Strange sent the Time Stone to a different universe before he gave it to Thanos. The Russo brothers have said there is no time travel in this movie whatsoever. So, does this mean my multiverse theory is correct? Well, something that was said back in January. So let's go over what the Russos said back in January. It's interesting because yes, there are photos that always leak. And then there's lots of conjunctions about what the photos mean. Certainly there is a 5-minute sequence in Civil War around a piece of technology that was laid in for a very specific reason. So if you go back and look at that film, you may get a hint or a direction. So they're on about the bath technology, the trauma technology that allowed Tony Stark to go back to the scene just before his parents, Howard Stark, died so he can get over his trauma. So the Russo brothers suggest that this is the cause of the Avengers 4 scene in the past. But what's interesting is, do you really think they're going to let the media control the spoilers? They're going to let the media actually control what gets seen? So yes, it is the bath technology. And yes, we do see Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, in set photos that seamlessly he wouldn't be there. And you see an older looking Tony Stark. So yeah, I can honestly understand where these theories are coming from. But you've got to understand that the screenwriter Stephen McFeel said this. In the past, fans have no idea what is coming up in Avengers 4. So if everyone's saying it's time travel, it's time travel. Well, no, it's kind of time travel, but more multiverse. So he had this to say. No one knows, and that's what makes me particularly excited. I look all the time on the internet. People have no idea. Avengers 4 revolves the intrigue of Infinity War. The movies are clearly linked, but they almost seem to belong to two different genres. We did not want to cut a film in half and say, pay now, come back in a year later. For the rest, there are two very different stories on a tunneling and structure level, which is pretty awesome because he says that no one has a clue. Now, yes, this was a bunch of months ago, but I don't think this is Marvel just doing retcon because someone's found out the massive kind of spoilers. I think they've showed us that scene in New York for a different reason. So a source also said this, and this is very compelling. There is no time travel. It's shifting through parallel dimensions the whole entire film. The general public is extremely primed on this already, while whole arcs resolving around the subject matter in the Arrowverse, things like Into the Spideyverse on its own. If you ever did read Jonathan Hickman Infinity, you'll know that the builders are out to destroy all Earths because the events of another series that took place on two alternate Earths alongside far from too much time travel causes tears across the multiverse. Essentially a domino event that will ultimately destroy all realities, and at the center of each obliteration is Earth, because that is where this massive reality wrapping and molestation took place. Also, plot leaks have hinted at other versions of the heroes we know, essentially alternative realities of these characters. So it's said that we see Doctor Strange's 14 million visions showing how to beat Thanos based on other dimensions and different times. That includes scenes showing a dead Thor, Captain America wielding the original Thor hammer, Tony Stark with tech gauntlet, a Grey Hulk, amongst some other quick flashes. True, you have to take all plot leaks with a pinch of salt, but this is possible. We could get this scenario inside Avengers 4. We know, we've been told we might see different versions of the heroes we have loved for many years. So does this confirm time travel and multiverse? In my opinion, it does. There is information for and against. So, what is multiverse? Multiverse, on the other hand, makes more sense. So hypothetically speaking, it's hypothetical space or a realm consistent of a number of universes of which are their own universes as one, in a sense. For example, if you watch the Flash TV show, there is the multiverse, which means there's unlimited infinity Earths that are just like on our Earth, but say Batman is the Flash and Flash is Batman on another universe, just for an example. So why does this make so much sense? Because the movie isn't going to be a time-traveling grab and steal movie. That's clear. That's been done so many times before. So it's going to have a lot of multiverse in it overall, but maybe at the same time there's going to be some time travel. Possibly, potentially. So we know the quantum realm will play a massive part in the up-and-coming Brie Larson Captain Marvel movie, and she's also going to have a massive part in Avengers 4. So we know the quantum realm going forward is going to be a stable point for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For sure, there's a post-credit scene in Ant-Man and Wasp where Janet Van Dyne says, "Don't go into time vortexes, they can be dangerous." Sure, that could be how Ant-Man randomly jumps in one, he appears in the Battle of New York, doesn't know what's going on. That could be the case. Or maybe that could be a Duke scene implying, let's say that, so fans think there's time travel via time vortexes, because we know nothing about time vortexes. It wouldn't be the first time there has been misdirection, although it's very likely there will be time travel via the quantum realm. It's not the only possibility of what is going on inside Avengers 4. You've got to remember, guys, this is a movie based on a fictional fantasy, so to speak. So guys, is it time travel going on? Is it multiverse going on? Let me know down below. Let's have a conversation. And remember, one of the screen directors did say that absolutely no one knows anything about Avengers 4. So let's have a conversation down below. So what Karen said during the latest Jimmy Kimmel show she was on, is she referring to time travel? Because she's like, yeah, time travel, we can get you in it. Jokingly, is that a misdirect for the actual multiverse travel instead? So guys, if you've got this far on the channel, subscribe, you deserve a medal. So if you want to enter the 50,000 subscriber giveaway for a Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet, all you got to do is follow me on Twitter at Multiverse, send me a tweet letting me know you've entered and letting me know who is your favorite superhero. And if you could also like this video, share it, subscribe, comment down below to enter the other giveaway, that would be awesome. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.